All right, here we go. Ooh, I got the podcast voice on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fifth episode of the Basement Podcast. I'm your host, Thucid. Oh, gee. I'm your host, Thucydides, and joining me today are the wonderful Major and Lewis. Here on the Basement Podcast, we're here to have some good times, hot takes, and just generally make fun of liberalism and culture from a conservative point of view. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired, but I'll be all right.
Tired. I mean, story of my life, right? It's the end of the year, you know.
It
Everyone's
is.
tired from all the Christmas stuff and New Year's stuff. And don't worry, you only have to stay up till midnight in a couple days. I mean, I stay up till
Well,
midnight anyways, but
Well, yeah.
yeah. My favorite part
It's
about
a
New Year's is the 2 a.m. shower.
the 2 a.m. shower.
Oh yeah,
That's a unique
it's
tradition. Does it hit
it's
different?
vibes. It hits different. You throw on some
Oh
like
yeah.
chill like jazz music. Oh man, it goes hard.
I feel like I'm imagining this in a room with like just candlelight and jazz music at like 2 a.m. and you're absolutely wrecked from New Year's. Just like,
Yeah, you're
oh yeah,
just so
first shower of the
exhausted.
year. We're starting off strong. We're starting off
Exactly.
sleep deprived with this one,
Starting
bro,
off
I started
sleep
with New Year's
deprived,
sleeping.
but clean.
but
You
clean.
just
It's
sleep
that's what
great.
matters.
Exactly. That's how you start. It's all good start. Anyways,
Anyways,
the topic of today's episode is 2023 reflections and 2024 predictions. I'm excited to just kind of talk about stuff. You guys ready?
Yep.
I am ready.
Best song of 2023.
Okay. Is this like it came out in 2023 or just that you
Yes.
listened to in 2020? Okay.
It came out in 2023.
Oh
Which
no.
means most of my music taste is like completely disqualified.
Yeah.
I actually have such a like limited music taste. I listen to like two artists actively and then like a bunch of other random stuff that my friends listen to. And I don't think either of them did it this year. Hold on, let me
Oh, I mean, NF's album came out this year.
Was it this year? Okay, well then I would
Yeah.
have to say
hmm
NF's new album.
Hope.
I
I would
wasn't sure if
say
it was like late last year. I
Happy.
couldn't remember.
I think Happy is the best song that came out this year. In that
All
case.
That
right,
is a pretty good song.
that's pretty good. Um, you're both on the NF train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I saw him live. It was a good show.
oh,
No
that's
kidding.
sweet.
I also saw him live.
Wow.
What a
Um,
coincidence.
It's crazy.
I have no idea. I think
I had a good time.
I love me some First of October. And the album that
Of
came
course.
out this year, Across the Road, goes really hard.
I
Like
feel like you're gonna
So
randomly,
hate me
First
for
of
not knowing
October
what
will
that
play in my
is.
head. It's
oh
really
yeah,
concerning.
I think I have to go with Pretty Raw by First of October because it's just like it's just top tier vibes. It's so good.
I have no idea what you're talking about. My
Don't
taste in
worry
music
about it.
is so restricted. I didn't start listening to music until like last year maybe, which is crazy. People have gotten shocked from that one, but it was a
Really?
weird set
Wow.
of circumstances that kind of caused me to not listen to music growing up, and then I started listening to it. I'm like, oh wow, I've been like really missing out.
This stuff's good.
So I'm a little underdeveloped with my taste in music, so I'm afraid I don't have the best answers to
Oh,
Don't
no
worry.
anything
worries.
song related.
That's fine. Best award show of 2023. Award show. So that
So,
could be like the Gundies or Game of the Year, the Oscars.
yeah.
Was it 2023 when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
Was
I
Will
think
wait, no,
Smith
it's been like it's
totally
been a
hot
year, I
slap.
think.
I honestly
2022.
don't
It was
watch
March 2022.
Oh, okay, so it was
Dang.
ago.
I don't watch a
Time
lot of
flies.
award shows, so I'm
Who
also
does?
pretty
Who
unsure
does?
of I know
That's
that
yeah,
the
literally.
Gundies is like what is that like? I've heard
It's
a bit about it, but I don't know it too well.
it's all like gun related
Is it
firearm 2A stuff.
photography based or
No, there is a category or like photo of the year, which I feel like I could win. Um, but then there's also like, biggest voice, most influential.
Mm.
best content creator, the best shooter. I think it's best male and female shooter, and then
All
of
I know,
course also most dapper influencer.
hmm,
Basically, the hottest gun tuber.
I'm pretty sure Wendigoon was involved with that, and I like him, so I guess I'll
Oh,
just go with.
he knows so many guys who are nominees in all of those categories.
Wondergirl's the best.
We love Wendigoon.
Wendergern. Sweet. Oh wow, I gotta fix that. Something I have is not okay. Sweet. Biggest biggest bruh moment of 2023.
The fact that it's over. I feel like it went so fast.
that good?
It
I
was like
had a
it was
phenomenal year.
it was pretty good year, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I
fair,
wouldn't
yeah.
say it was like the best year of my life, but in comparison to the last few years, it was significantly better. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It, it
it blew by pretty quickly.
it's starting to shake off like the COVID year drag. Like we're
Yeah,
we're
right. It
getting
feels
out of
like
it.
finally stepping into the sunlight again.
Exactly.
Sweet.
I don't know. It's been a good year.
It has been a good
The
year.
biggest bruh moment of 2023 is that 2023 is no longer.
True.
I've had a
Exactly.
lot of bruh moments that are like, I guess more specific, but I don't know. I just have, I don't know, so much crazy stuff happened to me personally over the course of the last year that like, I don't even know what to specifically say.
Fair
Mm-hmm.
enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm being like
I can't
super,
even
super
think of
vague
anything.
here, so
Yeah,
but
stuff happened and it was bruh.
stuff happened and it was a good time. But yeah.
It was a good
I
time.
graduated, so that was kind
Fair
of my
enough. Yeah, imagine graduating in 2023. I didn't.
I know.
I didn't.
Okay. Sweet. I can't even think of the biggest bruh moment of 2023. Probably Lady Ballers, honestly.
Okay, that's fair.
I haven't seen that
That
yet.
you should, but also you shouldn't. But also
Oh,
you
no.
really should. Like, don't watch it with anybody younger than like 15 around.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of not okay stuff in that movie. Anyways, moving on. Holy cow. Best US president of 2023.
Wait, no, this is unfair.
Go ahead.
Hmm.
Answer it.
Can we do presidential candidates, or does it have to be president?
What presidential candidate? Wait,
I mean,
well, there's just GOP race.
yeah. They
I mean,
still in the news cycle they still call those candidates.
Yeah, fair
Joe's
enough.
made me laugh a lot over the last year. I've seen
That's
that clip of
fair.
him saying, what's
Joe's
that
pretty
one clip when
funny.
he's talking about some reporter asked him something about like his mental sharpness and he's like, "Oh, it's sharp, all right." And then he just goes on a tangent about absolute nonsense for like a minute straight.
Okay, that's
It's
fair.
hilarious.
He is
That
the most
yeah,
amusing president.
he
He
is
gets the
definitely
award for the for the most amusing president.
maybe the saddest president.
Well,
Probably.
both
He
of
is
those
pretty
things.
sad.
He made us laugh. He made us cry.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
more do you
about it.
want from a leader?
Really, yeah. I'm going to go with Kamala Harris though for best U.S. president.
So true.
Yeah, she did some really great stuff every day, and they are doing those things.
What a brave and beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm. And brave
And brave.
and
And
woman.
woman.
And woman.
Hey.
What a woman and brave woman.
I feel like
So a
this could
woman to
just
be
evolve.
brave in this society.
Yeah, it's classic. Okay. Who is the U.S. president in 2024?
Oh, that actually is like a decision that has to be made by
Yeah, I
people.
was gonna say like that's going to happen in less than a
Huh.
year.
I can't I can't see the states getting Biden back. I don't know. If
I
they
don't think
did,
it's possible.
that would be wild. I don't think that they've lost that much dignity. I don't think. I don't know.
But the alternative might be Trump.
I don't see that happening either, to be honest. Like,
Really?
he comes with too much baggage at this point. I mean, it would need
Well, it's a situation where like half the country hates him and half the country loves him, but half the country hating him is still half the country hating him.
I don't even
Hmm.
think that half the country really loves him. Like, I don't know.
I think like
More like
10% of the
half would
country
vote
loves
him
him,
because
and 45% are like, okay, well, he's
it's
better
him
than
or
Joe.
Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think a bit more accurate.
If it's just gonna end up if it's just gonna rehash the last election that they had, I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. But if we
Hmm.
actually get a different candidate in for the Republicans, it
Oh, really?
could be very
Yeah,
interesting.
it's gonna be super interesting. Um, Sweet. Does Brandon Herrera win Texas District 23? I
That would
think there's
be
like
hilarious.
5
I'm
people.
sorry.
I'm just looking it up. There's like 5 people running for that district.
But he has name
Um,
recognition. That's
it's
going for
true.
him.
Yeah, he has like 5 million subscribers.
Is it true that if he
Uh,
gets in, he will be giving everybody a free AK-47?
I don't know about that, but he
Oh, I
could.
thought he was the AK guy.
He is.
He calls himself the AK guy, and he won't give everybody a free AK-47. I
Hmm.
don't know. That's a little fishy.
That
I'm
is
not
That's
gonna.
true.
a little fishy. Yeah,
I'm not even getting a free gun with that decision. No.
that's fair. That's completely fair. Um, let's see. Um, Republican primary for U.S. House District District Tony Gonzalez, Victor Avila, Julie Clark, Brandon Herrera, and Francisco Lopez.
Have you heard of any of the other people? I didn't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
Real.
I've only heard of Tony Gonzalez because he's the incumbent, and Brandon has like a bone to pick with him.
I
Okay.
can't take the last
Uh,
name Gonzalez seriously because I think of cartoons. That sounds horrible, but
Speedy Gonzalez.
I don't know. Is that like wrong to think that? It probably is, but
No, I hope not.
Gonzalez is just it's a unique name. So
Hmm. Anyways, man, that's funny. That's just gonna the first YouTuber in political power,
Is it? Would it
I
be?
think.
Wait.
Is it like have any other YouTubers been politicians?
I mean, there's a lot of
I
YouTubers.
feel like one of the Paul brothers would have tried,
Hmm. This is actually an
but
interesting question that I would like to investigate further. I don't know. Imagine it's. I mean, it probably is the same way that people felt about Trump when he came in because he was such a big personality before getting into politics. Like they were like
mhm.
Donald Trump being in politics. No, that's weird. Like he's like the TV guy, right? So it's probably like a similar
Yeah,
feeling.
Ronald Reagan was like an actor.
Yeah. So I
Um,
mean, it's not like it's never happened before. Like that a big personality has gotten into politics when they got their fame elsewhere. I don't know.
um, there was a Japanese YouTuber who got into Parliament and then got kicked out.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah,
On another
sweet.
note, a lot of politicians are becoming like bigger YouTube presence as
Hmm.
well this
It's
year. I've
true. Yeah.
noticed people like
I have actually
Parapolia
have noticed
have
that.
like a
Yeah,
really
especially
strong YouTube game.
I was gonna say,
Mhm.
I find it really interesting that he's utilized YouTube for campaigning purposes. I haven't really seen that done with a lot of other
Who
parties. Then
has?
again, I don't really look into a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of political stuff, but
Polyev, yeah.
he's doing surprisingly well. Honestly, I think I mean I'm subscribed to him. He has he puts out daily content and he does it fairly well. Like I think he understands how YouTube works, unlike a lot of like maybe older politicians where they are treating it more like a newspaper. But he understands the more like the
He's
culture,
smart.
I think, a little bit better. And people like Garnet Genuous and stuff also do pretty well on social media like Twitter and Instagram. He also has a pretty good game. I think a lot of the younger politicians are starting to step into that world a little bit more, which is really weird, but also really smart. So, I mean, you got to hand it to them.
it's definitely going to
Hmm.
appeal to a lot of their, I guess, younger audience, if that's the right word.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. And because like those are the people who are voting now, right? And those are the ones who are
yeah,
Yeah.
going to be maybe easier to sway because they're young and dumb and impressionable.
Yep,
Um,
we are.
yeah. All right. Canadian election in 2024, yes or no?
Um, mm, I don't see it. I think,
Hmm.
um, I don't know. It doesn't seem. I would love that to happen. I don't think it seems likely at this point. I mean, I'm just thinking of the different ways that an election could be triggered. I mean, it would have to be like the coalition would have to break, right, between the
Hmm.
NDP and the Liberals.
Which
Um,
is apparently not unrealistic.
I mean, they haven't worked. I don't think that there's been like the way that they've been voting has been very like different. I think in recent months.
Hmm.
But Jagmeet Singh has to stay. Like if just looking at it from just purely a financial perspective, I'm pretty sure Jagmeet Singh has to be in for another year before he can get like benefits from having been in politics for so long. I think there's like a pension or something that he gets at in like 2025. So he has no financial incentive to break anything off until then, technically. So I don't know. I feel like that's an angle that people overlook a little bit. I don't know.
Hmm.
It, yeah. I feel like the NDP is kind of holding Canada hostage in a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways, yeah. Um, Fair enough. Oh, this is an interesting This is an interesting question. Who gets canceled first in 2024? Who's getting
Canceled first.
Who's getting well? Because everyone's gonna get canceled in 2024. But
Yeah,
who's
at some
getting
point.
canceled first?
I think the Basement Podcast.
Probably.
Shoot,
I think
you're right.
I think we're gonna get taken down. Like
I'm gonna hear someone knocking on my door real soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think we get canceled first.
every episode that we're still going is honestly such a win.
Yeah, the fact that we haven't just been removed from the internet. Uh,
I've been hit
sweet.
by like an orbital strike.
Yeah. You never know. Don't give me any ideas. Uh, Fair enough.
I feel like there's a lot of
Uh,
candidates for canceling though. It's like it's such a it's a game of chance a lot of time.
Well, it takes either. I find canceling either happens when somebody will say something. Sorry, I'm messing up my words here. If somebody defends something that's unpopular when there's sort of a hot political subject, or somebody will slip up and say something, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, well, if you say that, then this means you support this, and if you support this, then that and that, and you should be off the face of the internet now."
Yeah, pretty
Mm,
much.
pretty much. So, oh, um, most deserved cancellation of 2023.
Sniper Wolf.
Real.
Did she get canceled or just kind of like shamed?
I don't know. She didn't get
Did
canceled
She
she
enough,
didn't
did
get
she
man.
ever like
canceled, but she
lose
got
subscribers?
She has way too many like weird people backing her up.
She's
That's
She
so
got
got
she,
too
she, so
trolled.
many
she
really gross guys in her.
yeah,
Excuse me,
she
man.
has too many
What? So we're
people
only
under
using.
her like hand to just back her up. But she did. I think she definitely took a hit as a content creator, and at least at the very least, her reputation's been seriously tainted by what
Mm-hmm.
happened. I mean, she just straight up doxed and threatened somebody, and then said that it wasn't like a big deal. So
Yeah,
it kind of is a big deal.
yeah. She definitely made a few million enemies.
It's
Only a
true.
few.
I might have to go with Miranda Sings,
Oh
Colleen
yeah,
Ballinger, because
that was the
not
lamest
only
apology ever.
the worst, but also most iconic apology video of all time.
She went down in
Like,
flames.
like everyone, yeah, kids are gonna remember like the Paul, like the was it Jake Paul? I can't even tell the difference
It
between
was
them. But like the whole
Logan
like
Paul.
Suicide Forest thing, that's
Yeah.
gonna be famous. But Toxic Gossip Train will be a meme till the end of the earth.
It's
People
iconic.
like that's like the earth is gonna be in flames, and someone's gonna be like Toxic Gossip Train, just gonna be just wailing it out. So
Like
every time
imagine
I
you got
see a ukulele, I'm like,
You get flashbacks.
I get ready.
imagine
Yeah,
being with your family as the nuke comes into orbit. You just like put your hand on your brother's shoulder or your sister's shoulder. You're like, hey, you remember Toxic Gossip Train? They're like, yeah, that was wild.
that was
Anyways, and
wild.
you just
Yeah,
explode into nothing.
yeah. The
That's
Russians
how
are
it'll go
like
down.
they're invading this country, and then you're just like, hey,
They'll just install
it's been a while
sneakers
since
on
I
the
saw your
nukes.
face.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh man. So yeah, Sniper Wolf that's legit though. I think she deserves to go to jail for that one. But also,
There's a lot of people that deserve to go to
there's
jail.
quite a few, yeah. Um, I would say like Sam Bankman-Fried, but he's actually going to jail. I don't know if he got like canceled, but like he got canceled. I guess that's what happens when you commit huge fraud.
Yeah, fraud will do that to you.
Fraud
Well,
will do
luckily
that to you.
the word cancel can kind of apply to like can either
Anything.
apply to, oh, they got like a little shamed on the internet, to like they're literally going to jail, and it's just used
Mm-hmm.
indiscriminately. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. Either way, you're done. You're done.
You're
Best celebrity couple of 2023.
probably picked the worst two guests to ask this question.
I know jack squat about celebrities, and I honestly don't care
That's
about their lives at
that makes
all.
this even funnier because I don't know anything either.
Could I even? The only
Wait,
celebrity
Wendy
couple
Goon and
I'm
his wife
aware
got
of
married.
is like John Krasinski and is it Emily Blunt? I
Yeah,
think that's the only celebrity couple I'm aware of. So I guess I'm
that's
going with them
they're
since I know
they're
no
they're
one
pretty
else.
good. They're a pretty good celebrity couple though.
As far as celebrity couples go, yeah, they're okay.
You say Wendigoon got married?
Wendy Goon got married a couple months ago.
Wow.
And I mean, NF and Bridget are like kind of amazing. These are just the two people that I actually pay attention to. If you
Fair
can't
enough.
tell,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to anything else or anyone else.
Hmm. I might have to go with Joe and Jill Biden.
Oh,
Obviously, like
Dr. Joe
that's
Biden.
pretty impressive that they're managed to stay alive in presidential office. So
I
definitely,
thought
yeah, a lot of guts coming from Joe and Jill, and Jill's got a
Joe
hard
Biden was
job ahead of.
married to Joe Biden.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Joe Biden's wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Joe Biden's husband, whatever it
Yeah.
is. Whatever. But yeah, like Jill obviously has a pretty hard job. Running the country and taking care of
Picking
Joe,
his
and
favorite flavor of ice cream.
Joe does have a difficult task in picking his nose.
It's so true.
So I think next question though, this is an important one. First celebrity breakup in 2024. This might be even worse one to ask.
You are absolutely right. Give this man a gold star because I have no idea. I have no idea who broke up with who in this year.
I don't.
Well, who's going to break up? Who's on the chopping block? Of course, you can say like pretty much any rap musician, and you're like 70% probably gonna be right.
That's true.
It's like, yeah,
I
any
wonder how long it's gonna
musician.
be till like,
Musicians have the worst relationships.
yeah, like how long is it gonna be till Taylor Swift is dating someone new? I don't
I
know.
was gonna say like she's kind of
Doesn't she go
she's
through a lot
be-
of people?
she's been around the block.
That's one
You
way of
She's
seen that
putting
Meat
it.
Canyon animation? I thought it was pretty funny.
I did not, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I honestly think Travis Kelsey and the Chiefs. They're gonna lose. They're gonna get kicked out of the playoffs or something, and she's gonna be like, "Ew, you suck," and then just dump him. So yeah, watch your back, Travis. Like, as soon as you start losing, she's gone.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's my prediction. First celebrity breakup in 2024: Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, and Travis will have dodged the bullet. Last question. Maybe not. I think I can think of one more question because I don't want to end on a really deep note like this. But we're also at 24 minutes. Does Ukraine or Israel end in 2024?
Like as in the
Or,
conflict or the country?
yeah, which conflict ends first?
Okay.
Ukraine or Israel? Or will
I
either?
think I think I think Israel, like if either are going to end, I think Israel's conflict will resolve before Ukraine's. I know that the Russians, from what I understand, at least from what I heard a while ago, I think the Russians are taking ground, but it's very, 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 very slow. And the Ukrainians are also taking ground, but it's also very, 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 very slow. They're both throwing a lot of bodies at the problem, and a lot of people are dying, and it's probably just going to be a matter of attrition until it burns out, or escalation until it turns into
Mm.
something worse than it is. Because ultimately, they can't sustain it forever. Like, it's been going on for a long time at this point,
Yeah,
and there's a
yeah,
lot of dead
years.
people. I find it really weird that, on a side note, that this is the first major war in Europe since World War II, and almost nobody cares collectively. And I
Mm.
say it's interesting because I get a lot of people that say things like, "Oh, well, it won't escalate to a third world war." And I'm not like a pessimist. I don't think that it necessarily will, but I also know that world wars have started from a lot less in history. Think about the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. When that happened, nobody knew who he was. Probably everybody in the most people in the West probably didn't even know what Austria-Hungary was even a place. And that escalated into one of the worst global conflicts in history.
Mhm.
So I think it's like you shouldn't be pessimistic about it, but you also shouldn't be overly optimistic about it. I think people need to be ready for something to happen, even though it won't necessarily will.
In terms of Israel, I think it really depends on what you define as a resolution, because there has been conflict in Israel. Specifically, that conflict has been going on for a very, very long time, um,
Mhm.
and it's difficult to foresee any kind of like complete cessation of hostilities between the Palestinians and the Israelis anytime soon, just because it's a very intricate issue. So in terms like will we see like a decrease in the actual like military conflict like the level that we're seeing right now? Possibly. I mean, obviously there's so much like controversy around the world, like, oh, should there be a ceasefire? Should there not be a ceasefire? I feel like there's definitely a lot of attention being paid to it, and because I feel like it has less of a like it was planned less well, like compared to Russia and Ukraine. I feel like there was like a longer term plan with Russia and Ukraine, but Israel and Palestine, it really feels a little bit more like it was um obviously a well planned attack and then a retaliation, but I feel like it'll burn itself out possibly quicker than any kind of like than between Russia and Ukraine. But
Mm.
in terms of like, will it reach a conclusion? I don't think it'll reach a conclusion anytime soon.
Mm. Interesting. 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 Um. Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I have anything to really add to that one.
Mm.
Except I think if anyone is like, if any conflict is going to end first, it's Israel because, and well, barring other countries getting involved and it
Mhm.
becomes an actual world war, I think the Israel-Palestine conflict will end first because really there's only one way it's going to be. It's either going to be like, because I don't think Hamas won't give up, which means that either at the end of this there's going to be no Israel or there's going to be no Palestine.
Yeah.
Um, because if Israel, like I was hearing this the other day, and I think I agree with this, and that's if Israel stops fighting, Israel gets destroyed, and there's just Palestine. And if Palestine stops fighting, you still have Israel and Palestine. So there's yeah, like if unless Palestine gives up, Israel has enough power to squash them, I think, barring other countries getting involved.
True. Yeah.
So I think Israel's just going to be like a psyop, shadow proxy war. It's just the Cold War part too, really. This is just
Yeah, kind of.
Russia and China and America and NATO all kind of, you know, trying to hit each other where it hurts, but also getting Ukraine to do it. So, anyways, let's end on not that note.
Okay.
Um, I ran out of questions. Shoot. 2024 predictions. Um,
How do you? We should do like basement predictions. How many
basement
episodes
predictions.
of
Yeah.
Basement
How
are gonna
many?
happen in 2024?
Yeah. How many episodes? What episode will we be on when we get inevitably removed from the internet? Go.
Um,
Just for context, we're on
Either
episode 5.
well, that's assuming we do well, because there's a lot of podcasts that start and don't get very far. Again, not trying
Oh,
to be a
like that.
pessimist, but
No,
to
like
get
that.
canceled, you have to get somewhere. So assuming we get canceled, that is assuming we get somewhere. And I guess in other words, you could say if we get canceled, then I don't know.
We've made it.
Maybe it was a good. We've made it. If we get canceled, we've made it. We've made it. That should be our goal here, really.
Mhm.
Our goal
We
is
should
to get
strive to
canceled.
get canceled.
Any publicity is good publicity. So
That's true.
Oh no.
let's get canceled. 2020. Let's start off 2024 with publicity. I don't think
There
there's
we
any
go.
other way to say it. Sweet. That has been the 5th episode of the Basement Podcast. If you made it this far, then you might as well subscribe. Follow us on Rumble as well. I'm improvising this, by the way. I should really write down an outro. Yeah, thanks to Lewis and Major for joining me, and we'll see you in 2024. Bye.